about various aspects of life, that is alive. How can I say an organism is alive or not alive? We have also discussed about the various types of life processes which is performed by the living organism. Today's class is especially designed for the process of photosynthesis. In today's class, we are going to learn about the mechanism of photosynthesis, what are the requirements of photosynthesis, a very, very important process which is performed by all the autotrophic organisms. Maybe it is a bacteria, a single cell organism, or maybe it is a multicellular organism like plant, and that is nutrition. In nutrition also, the topic is divided into two sections, autotroph and heterotrophic nutrition. And now we are going to discuss about autotrophic nutrition. Right? Yes. So, if I am not wrong, this was my last slide of the previous lecture. Let me start my topic from here only. We all know photosynthesis is a very, very important process performed by all the autotrophic organism. And if I tell you that what is the ultimate source of energy? Yes, sun is the ultimate source of energy. We all know. And photosynthesis is the only process which converts light energy to chemical energy, or more biologically I should say light energy to biochemical energy. It is a process of conversion of solar light, the energy of a sun, to the biomolecules, and these biomolecules either in the form of carbohydrate and all is available to all living organisms. Hence, plants are not only responsible as a green lungs, they are not only responsible for providing us pure oxygen and purifying air, but they are also responsible because they are the first member which convert light energy to biochemical energy. Okay, now as far as definition is concerned, I already explained you in the previous lecture, but let us have a quick recap of this definition. It is a biochemical process of manufacturing organic food from carbon dioxide and water with the help of solar energy. With the help of solar energy in chlorophyll containing cells. So here the key important points in this definition are: it is a biochemical process. It is a huge process. Now we are going to understand, in today's session we are going to focus on what type of biochemical process it is. And it is responsible for synthesis of organic food. As far as organic food for the plants are concerned, they are glucose, and this glucose is stored in the form of starch. This also I have explained you in the previous topic, that in the plants stored food material is starch, and for the animals stored food material is glycogen. Very good. And it also liberates oxygen gas as a side product. It liberates oxygen gas. This oxygen gas, why it is called as a side product or byproduct? We can say it as a side product, or we can also say it as a byproduct. Byproduct. What do you mean by byproduct? Byproduct means the product which is formed, and that product is not used by that particular organism. Carbon dioxide, when react with water in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight, it will provide sugar, that is glucose, and it liberates water as well as oxygen. So here oxygen is coming as a byproduct. Why I am emphasizing on this topic? Because this is a very important question again. Most of the students think that oxygen, how it could be a byproduct. It is a very important product. No organism can live without oxygen. But for plant, it is not so. For plant, it is not so. So here, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, as you can see, react with 12 molecules of water in the presence of a kitchen. That kitchen is nothing but it is a chlorophyll, and that chlorophyll traps solar energy, and in the presence of this, it forms sugar, water and oxygen. The sugar is stored, the water comes out in the form of transpiration, and oxygen also comes out from stomata in the form of transpiration. This equation, which is mentioned in one line, we are going to discuss about this equation in much detailed way. And you will be surprised to know that though it is an equation of one line, but this process is not completed in a very simple way. But it is a very complex process and which require multiple enzymes and biochemical processes. So let us see what are the processes which takes place in the photosynthesis. But before that, let us talk about what are the raw materials which is required for performing this process. Basically, see, it is a very simple process. Actually, whenever we are cooking something, suppose my guest is going to come to my home, definitely now it is a time it is a time era of corona, so nobody is interested to call the guests at home. But suppose this definitely human being, most of the scientists are working on the vaccine, and we will get the vaccine also. So suppose you call some guest after this all tragedies are over, then you call some guest to your home. But definitely whenever your guest is coming, either for your birthday party or for your any other, your parents' birthday party or whatsoever, so definitely before coming to the guest, before the party begins, you have to do a lot of homework. You have to set your room, you have to cook delicious foods, you have to brought some very delicious or yummy items from the market. So these are the preparatory stages. Okay, so it is now what we are discussing, it is the time before the party. That is, it is the time before the photosynthesis, and then the party begins. So the first important raw material which is required, there are 4 important raw materials which are required. Okay, let me tell you. First one is chlorophyll, then second one is carbon dioxide, important gas, then it is sunlight, very important product, and then it is water. So these 4 processes, these 4 raw materials are required for starting up the process of photosynthesis, right? Now in this topic I am discussing the same thing, that how they are important. First one is chlorophyll. As the name indicates, chloro and phyll. There are various types of pigment. Pigment means color. In your blood, which pigment is present? Very good. That is hemoglobin, which provide you red color, which provide the color of the blood as a red. So in the plants, there is a pigment, or there are group of pigments, various pigments are there, and these pigments are responsible for trapping of solar energy. So if I compare this whole process to your kitchen, these chlorophylls are acting as your LPG gas cylinder. Okay, why? Because whatever you are going to cook for the party, remember the party in your brain. Okay, after my class, just go and have a small party and get together in your family only. Don't go outside. So the most important thing is the LPG gas. The first thing is gas should be there, because whatever raw material you bring, you need the fuel to cook. Okay. Similarly, plants have the green color pigment, green color pigment molecules, and these molecules are called as chlorophyll. Chloro means green, and phyll means leaves. Okay, biology is the science of terms. If you understand the term, definitely you are going to succeed in your topic, right? So chlorophylls are the green color pigment which are present. Where they are present? Yes, they are present in the leaves. They are present in the leaves, and that is acting as in the main kitchen where the process of photosynthesis will be cooked. Okay, due to chlorophyll only, the plants are green. Due to chlorophyll only, the earth is also known as a green planet, right? Beside chlorophyll, there are some other pigments also which perform the process of photosynthesis. Suppose carotenes are there. If you talk about carrot is red in color. Why? Because it has carotene. Or you have seen various different type of colorful leaves also. Okay, carotene is there, xanthophylls are there, phycoerythrins are there. So variety of pigments are there, but these all things are not in your class 10th. So that's why I am only focusing on the one pigment which is very important pigment, which is primary pigment and which is mentioned in your syllabus, and that is chlorophyll, right? So now only I told you that chloro means green, so they are green in color, right? And phyll means leaves. So where in the leaves these chlorophylls are present? For understanding that where the chlorophylls are present, just see this diagram. If you take a normal leaf, you know very well plants are of monocot and dicot, but if you take a normal dicot leaf, okay, you take a leaf, what you will find that its upper surface is darker green and its lower surface is lighter green. Just our hand. The upper surface of our hand is darker in color and the palm structure is lighter in color. Similarly, the leaves upper surface is darker green and lower surface is lighter green. Why so? This is just because of arrangement of the tissues. Okay, so if we talk about the longitudinal section of leaf, longitudinal section means if you cut the leaf into longitudinal in this way. Okay, so for example, if this is a leaf, if you cut the leaf in this way, it is called as transverse section. If you cut the leaves perpendicular, it is longitudinal section. So if you cut the leaf perpendicularly and just a small portion of this is only shown, right? So it is upper surface and lower surface, it is covered by a layer that is called as a cuticle, right? On the top, as you can see, this is cuticle, the upper surface. This is the upper surface. Similarly, here the lower surface. So both the surfaces are covered by a special structure that is called as a cuticle. After that, here you can see the one layer, this layer, and this layer also. These two layers are termed as epidermis. Okay, this is called as upper epidermis and this is called as lower epidermis. Okay, now let me explain you again. Epi means up. Derma means layer. So these are the epidermis which provide the function of covering. In 9th class also you have studied about various types of tissues. In animal tissues you have studied about epithelial cells. Okay, similarly in the plants there are epidermis tissues. These tissues are responsible for packing and these tissues are responsible for protection also. Right? Then you will find some important long structures, the cells you are finding here. As you can see from here to here, these cells. These cells are called as parenchyma cells. Parenchyma cells. Basically, there are two types of parenchyma. One is called as a palisade parenchyma. The peripheral part is the cytoplasmic part, and this cytoplasm are rich in chloroplast. Remember, in class 9th we have studied about chloroplast. These are the organelles which are responsible for storage of chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is a pigment which is present in the chloroplast, right? We will discuss now what is chloroplast, and these chloroplasts are present in the parenchymatous tissues, right? Similarly, so since these tissues are closely packed, that's why the upper surface of leaf appear to be more green. Just below that, you will find these type of tissues. These are called as mesophyll or loose mesophyll tissues. They are termed as loose mesophyll tissues. Why they are called as loose? Because you will find there are plenty of air gap. This is the air gap. Here also, here you can see it's an air gap. Here it is air gap. Here it is air gap. So these all are they are not compactly packed. Now you can compare the packing of this tissue and these tissues. Here the packing is very tight and here the packing is very loose. Okay, here also you will find a large vacuum, you will find a nucleus, and you will find a green color periphery. This green color periphery again contain chloroplast, and these chloroplasts contain chlorophyll which perform photosynthesis. Right. Moreover, in the center you can see this structure. This structure is called as a vascular bundle. Vascular bundle. That means those tissues which are responsible for vascularization, that is transportation, right? For transportation, what are the tissues which are present in the plants? Yes, that is xylem and phloem. So xylem and phloem are packed here. This is xylem. This portion is xylem and this portion is phloem. Phloem. So xylem and phloem are packed compact which is present in this sequence. Right. Well, one more important structure I would like to discuss here is the small openings. The lower epidermis has small openings. As you can see, this is the upper epidermis. Upper epidermis is continued. But if you talk about the lower epidermis has some gap, and these gaps are termed as stomata. There are some gaps, and these gaps are the opening in the epidermal tissues, right? And these small openings are called as stomata. These stomata are responsible for exchange of gases like carbon dioxide or oxygen. They are also responsible for transportation of water. So that we will discuss in next part. Okay, so this is a longitudinal section of a leaf. Well, the question remains that okay, now we understand that chloroplasts are present. Chloroplasts are present in the parenchymatous tissues, palisade parenchyma or mesophyll tissues. What is the structure of chloroplast? Though you already studied this in your class 9, but let me again little bit highlight the structure, because where the chlorophyll is present, that is very important to understand. Chlorophyll is a molecule. It is present in some structure. That structure is called as chloroplast. So chloro and plast. Chloro means green color structure and plast means a bounded structure. Okay, a bounded structure, that is called as chloroplast. So if you take a section of, this is the structure of a chloroplast. If you take a section of the chloroplast, what you will find, it has outer membrane, it has inner membrane. So it is bilayer membrane, outer membrane and inner membrane. Just inner membrane, just near to the inner membrane, it has the plasma. As you can see here, this color structure, the grey color structure. These structures are termed as stroma. the jelly-like structure which is filled in the chloroplast, that is called as stroma. And this stroma has various coin-like structures, as you can see here. Coin-like bundles. Here also, coin-like bundles. Here also. Here also. So these are the coin-like bundle. If you take a coin and keep a bundle of the coin, how it appears? Okay, so that one bundle is termed as gram. One bundle is termed as gram. And this gram, it is the bundle of the coin. One coin from the bundle, it is called as thylakoid. Okay, so if you see this, just here taken the section, if you see this, okay, this structure is termed as thylakoid. So let me draw it again here. So suppose this is one coin, this is another coin, this is another coin, and like that. This one coin is known as thylakoid. Right, and these thylakoid structures are the site where chlorophyll is present. Right, so now I make myself more specific. Photosynthesis, and this is the structure of longitudinal section of leaf. It is also mentioned in your book. So go through your NCERT label diagram. All the diagrams are very important, especially whenever we are studying biology. Okay, and then include all these points in your notes. Right, so one more structure I forget to highlight here. Two more structures, and that is the thread-like structures. The thread-like structures which you can see here, blue color thread-like structures. These thread-like structures are nothing but they are the chloroplast DNA. Okay, and the red color dot. These are red color dot which you can see. These red color dots are nothing but they are ribosomes. Okay.